Robstar gang, what up? What up? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Welcome to the Robstar Report. As always, your host Clay Rob, and man, we're gonna dive into some OTAs. Man, we're gonna dive into the OTAs. I'm pretty sure we don't have OTA. I don't think they have another OTA practice until tomorrow. Actually, I think it picks back up tomorrow. I could be wrong about that. Someone fact check me on that. I'm not exactly sure. Um, I do remember the important dates. I have a list of them, but I cannot remember for the life of me the upcoming dates. But I feel like we're getting closer and closer to I tell you, I feel like we're getting closer and closer, obviously, to training camp as time goes by. But I tell you, um, I'm looking forward to it, man. Everything we're seeing and hearing, and I love the competition. So we're gonna dive into some of the OTAs that I didn't get to break down yet because the blueprint came out, and I kind of put the OTAs on the back burner. I was gonna go live yesterday, talk about it, but I got a lot of good shorts out to you guys. You know, I made like 6 shorts last night, posted 3 of them up last night, posted 3 more of them today. So if you guys haven't checked out the latest shorts, there is like 6 of them you guys can go check out. All right. So definitely go check those out. It is it was some good content. I'll tell you that. Lomax was good. Of course, Marco's Cash is always in here telling everybody what they need to do. What up, Panther Nation? Subscribe for the latest news and updates. Analysts on the Carolina Panthers. Don't forget to show your love and support. Keep pounding that like button on your way in. So, by the way, don't forget we do have a giveaway coming up. We'll probably do this giveaway. Honestly, we'll probably do this giveaway. If you haven't locked yourself in on this yet, I'm going to go ahead and share this real quick. If you haven't seen this post yet, go check it out. You need to get on the community channel. So here's the post. And it's for the 6,000K subscribers. Let me zoom in on that so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so 6,000 subscribers, man. We reached it. We did it. 6,000 going strong. It's something that we need to celebrate for sure. So I always give free stuff every year. At least I give at least 3, 4 giveaways a year, sometimes 5. If you're already, so here's how it works. If you're already a Rockstar gang member, you automatically enter. Okay. So if you're a member, you're automatically in. Okay. You don't have to take any extra steps because I know who all my members are. Okay. Now, if you're just a subscriber and not a member yet, all right. 95 North Falcons Talk Show comes and says, "Congrats, Clay. Well deserved, bro. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. We're a long way from where I want to be, but we're getting there. We are getting there. We're growing slowly but surely. All right. So if you're not a member yet, you're just a subscribers, again, just a subscriber, no worries at all. Okay. Send me a screenshot, show you're subscribed to the Rockstar Report. That's your ticket in. That's it. All you got to do is take a screenshot, shows that you're subscribed. Great. Perfect. And you can send it to the Discord, okay, or any of the social links in this. You click that link tree, it's going to take you to my Facebook, my Instagram, X, all that good stuff, okay? So you'll be able to send it there as well. Again, if you want to skip the screenshot, you can automatically become a member and get in on this giveaway, okay? And I'm doing a hat giveaway. I've never done a hat giveaway. So I was thinking this hat. Now, if you have a particular hat that you rather have and you're the winner, let me know. I will get that hat. But I was going to do a hat giveaway this time. Also, tonight, with tonight's live stream, I'll go ahead and show you this. Okay. You come over here. There is a live goal. The live goal right now, I have a super chat goal of $250. If we reach that, I'll do a major jersey giveaway as well. Okay. I'm giving you guys chances and all types of chances to do so. All you have to do right here is you can send super chats. You can unlock a membership. You can do super stickers. You can gift memberships. So there's a lot of ways you could do support. You can support, guys. Okay. But again, that's all I'm asking. Okay. That's all I'm asking. So if you want to get in on the giveaway, let me know. Okay. Let me know. Become a member, or send a screenshot of your, that you're subscribed. That's it. All right. Other than that, if you're feeling generous, you can hit the Venmo, you can hit the Cash App, all that good stuff. Okay. All that good stuff. All right. Without further ado, other than that, make sure you guys smash that like button. That's all. That's all I truly ask really out of you. If you're, again, all that other stuff is just if you're feeling generous or you feel like giving, perfect. If not, I still love you. All right. And I appreciate you being here and showing your love and support. That's it. All right. But you know us content creators, we're always wanting more. Let me go ahead and share my screen and we are going to dive right into today's topic. All right. Dive right into the OTAs, man. Saw a lot of highlights. I even made a highlight tape on TikTok. If you haven't checked it out yet, go over to the TikTok because I can't I don't think I can put the highlights on YouTube. I think I can. I just have to add it at the Carolina Panthers. I haven't figured that out yet, but maybe I'll post it today. But obviously, they wrapped up their 5th organized team activity OTAs yesterday. There was a lot of optimism going around. There was a lot of reality going around. There was a lot of very raw competition, as from what I could hear and see, and what I saw from press conferences and heard from press conferences, also from players and all that good stuff. Now we only, again, so I was correct. We only have one OTA left before the next big break, right? So we're gonna kind of dive into what I've seen, what my biggest takeaways were from what I was seeing on X and everything I can get my hands on from this past OTAs. A lot of promising signs coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get right into it. Jimmy Horn injured. Okay, now the fact he's kind of hit a wall, but this kind of stuff happens all the time. I'm not too worried about it. A lot of the buzz was about him being injured. But I mean, he's a 6th rounder that's been turning a lot of heads, has a lot of promise, especially in minicamp and in OTAs. He's got the speed that that Canales has been fantasizing about, especially with like jet sweeps or stretching the field type of plays. But this week, the only thing this guy has been doing is stretching out his hamstring. He sat out practice on Tuesday. Has a soft tissue injury. It's a classic OTA casualty. Dave Canales spun it as no big deal, kind of downplaying it that we're just rehabbing him, and that's fine. But speedsters with hamstring issues in June tend to become a July, August headache, and that's the normal. I mean, it is. That's how it's normal in the NFL for this type of shit to happen. All right. Especially if it's not handled correctly. Now, I'm not going to panic yet, but it does concern me a little bit, especially having soft tissue in the hamstring for a guy like this already happening. Because again, these types of injuries could linger, like I said, into July and August. I'm glad that the team still sees a lot of value in Horn, and they're taking the right precaution for this kid. Because Canales has came out and outlined the utility of a guy like this with, perimeter shifts, vertical separations that he can bring, jet sweeps, right? But again, it does not matter if he's in the training room come, training camp. You know what I mean? It's not a big concern to me, but it is something that we need to take in caution. Okay. It's something that we definitely need to take in caution because again, these type of soft tissue hamstring injuries, again, we've seen it time and time again with these speedster type wide receivers. They can linger on to July and August. And again, I don't want to see this guy in the training room during training camp. So is it a major concern for me? No. Is it something that we need to keep an eye on? Absolutely. Okay. We need to keep an eye on him for sure. Okay. Brandon coming in. Appreciate you coming through, Brandon. ST Panthers boy 803. What's up, man? Appreciate you joining. Appreciate you coming through. Eric Blair, save JC Horn for the season opener. Yeah. No. For sure, man. For sure. Definitely need to. Absolutely. It's not a serious injury. No, it's not. Like I said, it's not a serious injury, but it's definitely we need to take in precaution again. Because I see a lot of value in Jimmy, right? I see the value in Jimmy Horn because of what he's going to be able to bring to this team. So, all right, let's move on. Appreciate you guys joining. Again, as you guys come in, make sure you pound that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way in. I greatly appreciate that. I've been digging the arrow type of thumbnail lately. I don't know about you guys. I've been kind of digging the arrow thumbnail lately with the ending of the with the ending of the word. So red. I don't know. It's just been my thing lately. It's just been my thing. Tommy Tremble timing. I'm gonna say this. There is an issue with this with me because the timing could not be any worse. Now I get it. He underwent back surgery after trying to tough it out for months. And I get it. He's going to be out until training camp at best. I think he's not even going to be in training camp. I don't think he'll be ready till week 1, to be honest with you. I really do. I don't see Tommy Tremble making it back in time for training camp or being in training camp at all. But again, Canales has come out and said, it's a vague timeline. He says we're going to take it day by day. I mean, when your head coach is saying I'm taking it day by day, it doesn't really inspire confidence from a fan's perspective saying, okay, yeah, we're taking it day by day. Okay. I mean, the big question here, guys, is why did this drag out so long? Why didn't they just go ahead and get this done like at the end of the season? Because there's no way he injured it in the offseason. He had to injure it before, or this had to be a long lingering injury. I'm pretty sure that was spanning in from last season. So that's the big question. Why did they drag this out? That's the biggest thing I'm taking away from this. Why drag this out and not get the surgery at the end of the season if you wanted to do anything? Or you should have taken him out last year when he was dealing with it already and went ahead and got the surgery. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then you sign him for a 2-year deal over $10.5 million, but you knew he had this injury, and then you wait till it almost feels like they waited to the last minute to go ahead and get this guy his back surgery. I mean, somebody make it make sense to me. Again, the question is, why did they drag this out so long? And it turns out because from reports, they're saying that Tommy Trimble came out and said that he thought he could play through it until he couldn't. How does that make any sense whatsoever? If your doctor's telling you, "Hey, man, you need surgery on this. You can't play through this." I mean, did no one say that to this guy? I mean, he's saying I thought I could play through it, or he's saying he thought he could play through it. I mean, if that's the case, man, then I kind of put it on Tommy Trimble. But if there was nobody in his ear saying that he needed to get it done, I mean, I don't know. Over the years with this training staff and the medical team for the Carolina Panthers, I've had a lot of questions that need to be answered. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Over the years. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but there has been times where I've just been like, some of this doesn't make sense. But to my point, Canales even came out and said that and admitted that the discomfort lingered after practices, worsened once he cooled down, and only then did the surgery make sense. I mean, to me, it's a reminder that pain thresholds aren't game plans. I get it. I mean, a team already light at tight end. Well, now you're entering in camp missing one of your most physical presences on the field with no immediate backup plan on deck besides maybe Mitchell Evans, which again, I kind of figured that I had a feeling that Mitchell Evans was going to take over at some point anyways. I think Jadavion Sanders tight end one, but I could see Mitchell Evans taking Tommy Trimble's job. I really can. I can see it. I think Tommy Trimble is great. I don't think he was worth the contract. I thought it was a good. I mean, his contract's not that bad for him, really. But I don't know, man. Just waiting for this again. It's just mind blowing that they just let this injury linger, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, well, you should go get back surgery. Yeah, just play. It's just like, oh yeah, just play through this injury until you can't no more. That's just stubbornness, and that's just dumb in my mind. I mean, again, the question I have to ask is to this medical staff and training team is like, did you not ask the guy, how he's doing? Did you not notice that he was in pain? Like, again, I just don't understand how this could have dragged out so long. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And then you pay him 10.5 on a 2-year deal. Just again, for this guy to be out on training camp, it does not make a lot of sense to me. It does not make a lot of sense to me. So, I hope Tommy Trimble's back and ready. I hope that he's ready before week 1. I hope that we get to see him in some preseason to get himself, acclimated back out there. Or hopefully he comes back, after like week 2, week 3 of training camp. I don't know. I'm just hoping that we didn't just pay a tight end a 2-year, $10.5 million contract to sit on the bench. So it's just terrible timing, though. It's terrible timing. Where is my hold on 1 second. Yeah, let's dive into this real quick. This cornerback room, you've got JC Horn, and I'll be honest, I feel like we have a lot of question marks. I do. I feel like we have a lot of question marks. Because besides JC Horn, ladies and gentlemen, who do we got? Because if you say Mike Jack, again, he is serviceable at best. Okay? He is serviceable at best. And to me, this is one area, in my opinion, that screams. This is one area that screams to me roster risk in the cornerback room. It does. It screams to me roster risk. Roster risk. Because again, I get that we trade away Dante Jackson. We have it and we replace him with Mike Jack. Dante Jackson, not Deontay Johnson. Sorry. Dante Jackson. And then you letting others walk. I don't know, man. It's just, to me, there's nobody. There's the corner room is basically JC Horn and Journeyman and Hope. Like, yes, I did a short on MJ Devonshire. I talked about him recently. But I don't, again, there's a lot of question marks in this corner room. I mean, am I wrong, chat? Like, let me know in the comments if how y'all feel about this corner room, because again, I hope that we got a nice boost coming, because second year corner Shemar Bartholomew picked off a pass in the red zone, took it the other way, and I saw that clip, and what Canales labeled a point for the defense. Shemar, along with like Caleb Evans, Corey Thornton, Chow Smith Wade, are grinding. Canales is leaning into the competition, which he hasn't ruled out signing a vet, which means this group is still being evaluated. There's no lockdown opposite of JC Horn yet. I mean, I expect this position to stay fluid through camp and possibly in the preseason, and and there's going to be cuts around the league that, I mean, Carolina could be involved. But I mean, again, if you look at this, this corner room, it's interesting. It's interesting for sure, because again, you got Mike Jack and you got JC Horn. And I've thrown Mike Jack's name out there very cautiously, because again, he is serviceable at best. Like, don't get me wrong, I like him, but again, I still think he is serviceable at best. I do not think he is some stud. Okay? I don't. Again, we saw some flashes of him last year, but there was a lot of times that when we watched the game film last year, I mean, there was a lot of times we saw Mike Jack get burned. I mean, I saw a couple times where JC got burned, but it wasn't nearly as much as Mike Jack. But still, at the same time, I'm just saying. I just think we've got to bring someone in. I mean, I know that there's this possibility out there to getting Jalen Ramsey and bringing him in. I saw the hypothetical trade about from ESPN. I'm going to talk about that later on. Um, but again, I just think that I still think we need to address this corner room. I do. Guys, I appreciate everyone being here. Make sure you guys pound that like button, hit that subscribe button. As we go throughout this, man, don't leave me hanging. Love to hear y'all's thoughts. As we go throughout this live stream, because again, there's lots of good stuff coming on out. There is a lot of optimistic in the air though with Carolina. I mean, I can't say it's all bad, but there are still some things that are concerns to me. So let's see if that pulls up. It did, but I need to go back. Hold on. Fix this. That's fine there. Let's put that. There. Fix that there. Sorry, I had to fix that piece. All right. No, it's still not right. Now it's right. There we go. So, another thing. Sorry, I had to fix that. That's why we built up. That's why they built up the front. I mean, again, and I get that too, Eric. I think another thing is for me is like, I mean, I always have this like thought in the back of my mind where it's like, yeah, an elite pass rush can make an elite pass rush can make a average secondary look good. And that's true to a certain extent though. But again, we're banking on now this defensive front to get pressure and create those mistakes for the secondary to capitalize on. But I don't know if I'm willing to put all my eggs in one basket and say, well, I'm going to rely on this pass rush to hope that Mike Jack and JC and Chow Smith Wade and Caleb Evans and MJ Devonshire and then Bartholomew to go out there and end up, making some plays. Like I don't know if I'm willing to bet that or put all my eggs in one basket on that, to be honest with you. But again, we're talking about a team that was dead last in the NFL last year in getting sacks. We were dead last in the run game at stop of the run. I just think that we definitely need to be better in some type of area. We weren't better. We weren't better. I feel that we're better in the front seven, sure, but in the secondary, I don't feel comfortable with it. I think, getting Jalen Ramsey would be great. I think also getting a guy like Justin Blackmon would obviously beneficial. Both of them. Either one of those guys would be beneficial. But again, I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm not ready to put all my eggs, again, like I said, in one basket and say this front seven is fixed. I can rely on them to create plays, create mistakes so our secondaries can capitalize on them. I just don't know if I'm ready to say that. I'd rather go and get Jalen Ramsey or Justin or Blackman to feel a little bit better or comfortable in the position that we're in. Until I see what this really what this front seven is going to look like. I get it that we're going to have Derek Brown back and those guys, but still, I'm just saying. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Mr. T-Mac here because I'll tell you this. The wide receiver chemistry is starting to get real. And I think for him, he's also learning. Like the chemistry, but still climbing. That's why I named it that because T-Mac, again, he's catching on. He's out there catching a lot of balls. Obviously with Bryce Young, Andy Dalton, the other quarterbacks out there. Again, we're talking about a raw physical profile. We're talking about a guy 6'4", fast hands, fat, strong hands as well. It's clear he's still adjusting to the rigors of the NFL play. Like, obviously, we're seeing him soak up knowledge from the wide receiver coach. Then you got him out there with vets like Adam Thielen and Hunter Renfrow, who both kind of taken on the mentor roles. I think both of them have the mentoring roles. I mean, Thielen has since he's been here, but I think bringing in Hunter Renfrow, he's also bringing that into that's the kind of humility in a room that is crowded. And we haven't seen this wide receiver room this crowded, which it's rare. And I can't remember the last time we've seen it this crowded with this much talent. But T-Mac recognizes, like he came out and said that, and he even came out with a quote saying that nobody's entitled. And he says, if one person wins, we all win. And that's a good attitude, especially in a league that doesn't care about your potential. This is a league that only cares about your production. So again, T-Mac doesn't yet have, what T-Mac doesn't yet have is a full mastery, I'll say, of press coverage. That was my biggest thing with him coming out. And from watching some of the clips and from what I'm hearing, he is still having issues with that. And that's okay. Again, that's a rookie wide receiver. I think he's going to definitely be able to get himself and master that, right? Master the press coverage. I mean, but the thing is what I love about him is he's putting the work in because he's realized real quickly, because we've seen it, that, NFL corners like J.C. Horn aren't giving him that soft cushion that he was used to back in Arizona. So every route right now is a battle. All right. You got to earn every inch. So again, I knew there was going to be a lesson to be learned here with him. Definitely going to be some learning, lessons, but at least, again, like I said, we watch him. He's out there. He's putting the work in, right? That's the biggest thing I take away from him. What's up, James? James Island Panther. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Hope all is well. Guys, make sure you pound that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure you click that post notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new content. All right, so let's move on to the next topic, and that is OTAs are no longer just walkthroughs, ladies and gentlemen, which I love, and that's what I love to hear because now that we're under Dave Canales going into the second season, the Panthers, I feel like from what we're hearing, what we're seeing, everything, they're not just practicing, they're gaming. They're literally like every session now comes with a scoreboard. They got 4-yard runs, they got completions, they got interceptions, touchdowns. All of it scores points. Love that. Right. So again, the defense won yesterday. Okay. Because 8-7 was the score. And that's obviously thanks to Bartholomew's interception. So it's not just for show. This isn't, they're doing something different. This is not some college rah-rah game they've been doing. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Canales and Dan Morgan. They are turning up the heat because competition breeds culture, and this team needs a culture overhaul more than a new playbook. All right. And I love how Canales put it recently in one of his press conferences, and he was pretty blunt about it. I mean, he says, we make us. It's the matchups every day at practice that make us who we are. And again, he's not wrong. I love that the rookies are battling the vets. You know, offense is trying to one up the defense. Great. Practices feel like scrimmages. Even the celebrations are getting attention. You know, veteran Patrick Jones, the second, fresh off a stint in Minnesota's high injury defense, you know, nailed the vibe. He says that's when you know it's the beginning of something special. Well, Mr. Pat Jones, I hope you're absolutely right. But again, I'm loving how the way this team is transitioning. I'll be honest with you. I love the way this team is dang, James Allen coming in with the we got to hit him with the old what are we gonna hit him with? We'll hit him with the, oh yeah, I gotta turn that up. We're gonna hit him with the pause button. Like James Allen would come in here and say that. God.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Appreciate you, James Allen. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, like I love the way this team is transitioning right now. Everything we're hearing is good stuff besides the injuries. You know, and again, I still feel like there's some roster positions that I think we could still use some, not necessarily depth, but I could say a little bit more talent, right? I guess you could say the same thing, depth, talent, but just really in the corner room and the safety room. But Damani Richardson looks good. Again, we'll see what happens, man. If they bring someone in, that hypothetical trade on ESPN is pretty interesting. I'm going to dive into that later on tonight. But you know, we got some new coaching staff. We got a lot of young raw players to be excited about. You know, injuries are creeping up early. Not something you really want to see. Nor do you want to panic. It's not panic worthy volume of it either. You know, there's no panic. I wouldn't worry about a lot, you know, what we're seeing with some of these injuries, but I don't expect playoff, you know, don't expect me to start giving you playoff predictions right now or something crazy. I'm not going to crown T Mac or Jimmy Horn Jr. You know, Pro Bowlers or something like that. You know, I definitely think these guys could be future stars. I think the potential is there. But we just need to pay attention to what's happening in these next coming months, especially in these trenches. I hope that they continue to be competitive as we've seen. And it's tough from afar, at least in my position, trying to, but I'll say this. It's really starting to feel like a team that might fight its way into relevancy once again. Um, and that's more than what we could say that last year. And more how and I definitely feel confident saying that because I did not feel confident saying that last year either. Hayden, what's up, man? What's up, Clay? Sorry for coming in late. No worries, brother. No worries. It is all good, my guy. Let's go dive into that ESPN real quick. I am going to do a short on it, but let's dive right into it real quick. Let's go look at this hypothetical trade that they are speaking of. Marcos, it's like they've got it's YouTube, man. They're like shadow banning people. I've heard a lot of crazy shit. I've heard a lot of crazy shit on that. It's not you, Marcos. It's literally something that has to do with what's up? It has to do with something that's like with YouTube, man. It's not your fault. It's got to do something with YouTube, bro. I don't know why it continues to why they shadow ban people. It's like they don't want you guys to come to my channel for some reason, which is weird. I don't know what it is. I really have no idea. It's just like random as fuck though. And it's annoying though. It's really annoying. I hate that. Hold on, I'm trying to find this hypothetical trade. All right, so let's go look at this hypothetical trade that they are so-called speaking of. Because I'm interested to see what ESPN had to say about us trading for Ramsey. Because again, I am not opposed to it. But again, the only way I'm trading for Jalen Ramsey is if Miami is going to eat part of that contract too. So that contract is way too damn big. I cannot even comment on your YouTube shorts for about a year now. It won't let me. Marcos, I have no idea. Maybe because you're a moderator. I mean, but that doesn't make sense to me. You're a moderator, but maybe I need to move you back to a standard moderator. Let me go fix that real quick before we dive into this. Let me go fix this real quick for you. I bet you if I wonder if that's what it is. Just because it's not letting you because you're a moderator, which is weird. Yeah, if you guys ever have any trouble with anything like finding my channel or whatever, let me know. Okay, and Marcos Cash. No, that's not it. Here, Marcos, I'm gonna make you a moderator again. Let's save that, and then let me make you a what's up, Daz? Appreciate you joining. Let me go back to the chat thing for you. Sorry, Marcos. Sorry, chat. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get Marcos situated. It might be something with you being a moderator. So if I probably put you to a simple moderator, add as moderator, we'll put you as a standard one. Because like managing moderator, you can manage block words, change chat modes and live, and also that. Maybe if I just make you a standard moderator, Marcos, it'd be better. So what's good, y'all? Appreciate you joining, Daz. Not much. What's the injury update on Jimmy Horn Jr.? So the injury update is that he is got a soft tissue in his hamstring, and it's nothing to be. Here's the issue I have with that, and I said it before, and I'll say it earlier. The local kid, if these are injuries for these types of wide receivers, these speedster wide receivers, we've seen time and time again that it have ended up lingering on past July and August. So if that's the case, I hope not. Like it's something that, again, I don't think it's anything we need to worry about the local kid, but what I do think we need to do is keep an eye on it. Marcos Cash says, "What's up, Daz?" James Allen Panther says, "Check your Venmo." Oh gosh, you didn't have to do that, my guy. You did not have to do that. But I will check it. I will check it right now. I will check it. Thanks for the. Oh, appreciate you, James. Appreciate you. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, man. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. I really appreciate that donation, man. Really appreciate that donation. You guys don't understand how much it means to me. For your love and support. So shout out to James Island with that. With that Venmo. I'm not gonna say how much it is, but shout out to him. I'm gonna hit you with this, James Allen.
1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita, and a Bloody Mary. What? 1 beer.
What? That's what I might do with the $10, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. What? So, all right, let's get into this. I got it pulled up. Appreciate that, James. Really, again, I do. And if you don't like Stone Cold or WWE wrestling, then y'all know what to do, man. Y'all know what to do. If you don't like it, get out! Get out! Exactly. Get out. All right, let's dive into this. All right, where is all the trades? They were just here. God dang, there's like all these hypothetical trades. Okay, so Miami, this is for Jalen Ramsey. And this is what they're saying. So Ben Slowix is coming out saying that (2026) 4th round pick. Again, I'm not opposed to a 2026 4th round pick. I'll say this. I'll say that. But a 2026 5th round pick. The biggest thing with Jalen Ramsey for for this guys is again, it comes down to his contract, dude. It comes down to his contract. At the end of the day, that's what it's going to come down to for me. Again, I just don't know if I'm going to sit here and say, and I feel comfortable with the fact that with because his contract is not small, ladies and gentlemen. His contract, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not opposed to that 4th round pick. That's not the issue for me at all. If I could get Jalen Ramsey for a 4th round pick, I'm sold. Okay. But your guy's contract, we're talking about it's a big contract. I mean, I get that Ramsey gave a lot of hype towards us and Ejiro Evero, and he's got that continuity with him. Evero served as the safety coach, secondary coach, passing game coordinator. I mean, again, if we acquire Jalen Ramsey, it would also entail some. Again, we're gonna have Tillis is gonna have to be our number cruncher on this one because Ramsey still has 4 years remaining on that contract with Miami, and we're talking about cap hits of. So if we go look at over the cap. All right, hold on. Let's go to player search. I'm going to go to Jalen Ramsey. I'm pretty sure it's pretty freaking high, man. We're talking about his contract. Yep, there it is. So here's Jalen Ramsey right here. If we're going at his contract, if we're looking at it, but we're talking about, okay, this year, we're talking about $16 million. Then the next year, you're talking about 25, 26, and then 36 million in 2028. Again, it will not be easy adding this guy. This is his cap hit for the next, right down this line, cap number, and y'all look down this line right here. Look. You're looking down this line right here. 16 million this year, 25 million the next, 26 million in 2027. And then you're looking at 36 million, 36.1 million in 2028. Again, I get it. You're talking about a guy who's three-time first team All Pro. Getting him on this team will not be easy. So for me, I'm the same way, Kendall. Like for me to get Jalen Ramsey on this team, and for me, I would love to get him on this team. But you have to eat his bonus money. Yeah. Now the cap number you're seeing right there is what you're seeing, Kendall. 16.6, 25, 26.8, and 36.1. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hell, if Miami cuts him, if they would have cut him pre-June, they would have saved $32 million. So if they cut him now, they only save 14. They trade him. If they trade him, they only save 9. They should have cut him. Here's the thing. They would have ate more dead money cap, but they would have saved $32 million. And then over the time, you probably would have came out even almost. They should have cut him pre-June if he didn't want to be there. Because I just hit the cut pre-June, $32 million savings. Yes, you take a $49 million. Dead money, okay? Next year, you save 6 off of it. Dead, you take 18. 15 million they save. It ends up evening itself out probably, but still. Miami is dumb for not cutting him pre-June 1st. Or they probably should have traded him pre-June. No, they should have cut him pre-June. They'd save more money. They would have. At least based off of this. Again, I'm okay with it. I would be okay trading for Jalen Ramsey for a 4th-round pick. But I'm not eating 26 million. I don't want to be eating a contract that is 16.6 million this year, 25, and then 26.8 the next, and then 36.1 by 2028. I just don't know if I want to be tied to that. That's the only issue I have with the whole Jalen Ramsey thing. I don't know if I want to be tied down to that. So, yeah. I don't know. Just go get me Asante Santa, let him heal up. Exactly, Kendall. I'm cool with that too. He's a cheaper option. Plus, you could even sign, and then again, Blackman's still available if we want to bring him in. Marcus Williams is still trying to find another home. There's still guys out there. I think Carolina's also might be looking to see who gets cut. I think a lot of people are seeing who's going to get cut. I think that's going to be one thing Carolina is going to be looking at this offseason is what else, who else. I still think they're going to be looking at who else can we bring in, but I think they're going to be looking at a lot of cuts and waiver wire stuff. They're going to be looking into that. So we'll see. Maybe they find some guys, man. Maybe they find some guys. All right, guys. Well, other than that, I'm going to hop off of here. Got some shorts to work on for you guys. Got some more content coming your way. Shout out to James Island with that donation to the Venmo. I really greatly appreciate that. Marcos, I hope we fixed your problem. Hopefully so. I'm not sure. Other than that, guys, I appreciate all the love and support that we are doing. That giveaway for the hat is coming soon, so I will announce the date on that. It'll probably be sometime next week. Other than that, we will dive into that. Again, don't forget about it. Go to the community chat if you want to know more about the Carolina Panthers hat giveaway for the 6K subs that we just hit. So, if you want to dive into that, of course, make sure you do so. Okay. Again, up at the top of the chat, this is your membership link. If you want to become a member of the Rockstar Report, it's right there for you. Or it's in the description of this live stream. All my links, if you want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, it's all right there. Click that link, it'll take you to all of it. Again, just like James Island did, if you're feeling generous, there's that. Okay. If you don't have to, if you don't want to, it's all good. Or you can't afford it. I get it. Discord link is right there as well. Feel free to join that for free, you guys. You're more than welcome to hop in there as well. Other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.